Hello YouTube, welcome again to our YouTube channel. Today I want to speak about our OTF knives with the tanto blade. But before, quick pocket check. What I also have a tanto, but this is the running. Okay, actually the Blade HQ just restocked these knives, so go to the website and order there, or to our website, your choice. So they are our official dealers in the United States, and also in France, Koschei, Reassembly, also link below. And before I will go next to the topic, subscribe to our YouTube channel. That really matters for us. So that's actually the really amazing blade. I really like it, and personally I have with the olive handle and the tanto blade. I really like the OTF knives. They are very reliable knives, and in this video I want to show you how to closer this knife, and what is important, how to disassemble, service and then assemble OTF knives. So stay tuned if you want to see how this knife actually works and what's inside of this knife. Let's go. Okay, let's have a closer look to this OTF knife, Koschei, with olive handle, blackwash blade, and of course tanto style. Really like this knife. Me personally, I have olive and blackwash. It's a double action, it works perfectly. Okay, so it has a deep carry pocket clip with the glass breaker, aluminum handle, D2 steel. So actually the knife is really reliable. We've done many tests, and if you are not subscribed to our Instagram account, please subscribe. In Instagram you can find some really hard tests on these knives, and believe me, the knife actually performs after all the tests. Yeah, it's just freshly built, so some oil is still inside. So that's how this knife will come to you in case of the orders. So basically, when you are purchasing any OTF knife, Daggerr blades, Daggerr knife, or any other brands, double action OTF, you need to know that you need to service your knife. Of course, we at Daggerr, we are always servicing. We have lifetime free of charge service. So the owner of the Daggerr only pays for the shipping. But let me quickly show you what's inside this pouch. So basically these knives comes in such a bag or pouch. Inside we have a knife and a spare parts. That's very important, actually not spare part, but actually some key for the servicing. So what do you have inside? Inside you have the screwdriver. So let me take it out. With Torx 6, so we use Torx 6, T6. We have here some screws in case you lost a screw when you're servicing your knife. We have a spare spring because yes, our knives are reliable, but can be that spring can break up, so you have the spare spring. It's always good to have. And we have such a thing to basically replace the glass breaker and just to close it, not having the glass breaker there. So what is important when you're actually dealing with the OTF knife, so let me disassemble and show it inside, how it looks inside. So basically we need to take out the glass breaker first. So when you take out the glass breaker and the clip, you also need to fire one time and then touch the blade and try to close the knife. Why I'm doing this? I'm doing this to release the spring so that the spring is not actually under the pressure, okay? And then we are just opening all the screws. Okay. So we have opened a knife, and inside it's very simple. So that's the spring, that's the slider, and that's the principle of the working. So when the knife fires, okay, so the spring pushes this part, and as you see here is the lock. So the first lock. So the knife will never close. Yes, it should be a really huge press to break, actually only to break this knife. So actually why I like the OTF knives, because they are really reliable once they are open. Yes, they are folding knives, they are very tactical, and they are really reliable. So that's the first lock. So when then you press back the button, when you press back the button, so the slider moves, so this part moves back and opens this lock so that the blade can go back. So that's why you need the spring, so it will go back quickly back, this part. Then when it comes here, you see automatically the second lock opens and doesn't allow the blade to go forward. So in order to open, we push forward the button, so the slider moves forward, and this lock releases the blade, and the blade is open. So that's basically how the OTF, double action OTF system works. Now, why I'm also showing you this, so first of all, to understand how the double action OTF works. Second, to show you what you need to do in case you have a dirty knife. So basically, let me just wipe this out, some oil. Well, that's not also very important that for the OTF knives, we recommend to use ram oil, so to have a good action. So that's first. So what you need to do when you're cleaning your knife, it's like a pistol, yes? So having the OTF knife, you need to always take care of it. So if the OTF knife is not functioning very well, so you just disassemble like this, and you need to clean all these lines to clean it up and assemble knife back. Assembling knife back is very easy. You take the blade, you insert this into these chest lines, you open the gate, the first lock, the gate, so press the blade inside, not fully, in the middle, so you can put like this. Then you take this part and put it over here. Don't forget to put it over here, because if you will assemble the knife without this part, the blade will go out, okay? So then what we need to do, we need to take the slider, okay? So that's the slider. The slider, so here is the upper part, so it will go like this. But before putting the slider, we need to take the spring and put the spring on it. So as you can see on the spring, we have two hands. One hand is with the short angle, small angle, another one with the long one. So the shorter one has to be in the first, in the forward part, and the long has to be in the back part. Okay, so once the spring is attached to the slider, we put this slider with the spring into the body of OTF knife, and we just try to put in the place where it has to be. You will easily understand. So if it can move like this, so no other movement, so it moves in its place, so you put into the right place. So never actually open the blade, otherwise the spring will go up and maybe you can lose the spring. So the next step is you take the button, and I always recommend that you have a part of your finger on this spring, so in case it basically moves out. So we put the button and you push it forward. Okay, so you push it forward with the button. Then you take this part, the body, and you just close it. You see, everything is closed, everything is properly closed. Oh, my screws. So to check that you have assembled the knife correctly, you need to press the blade. You see, it fixes. Okay, keep it hard so it will not take it into the two parts, and check. So that works. So now what we need to do is actually to put the screws, and I always recommend to put the screws in the cross direction. I will show how. So you see, the knife works, so it's not very difficult to disassemble, service your OTF knife, and then assemble it back again. Then what you do, you take the clip, you put the clip here, and you take the glass breaker to put it here. So I can recommend you to put here Loctite, so it will not unscrew. I will not recommend you to make it very hard, because this is the aluminum and this is steel, and due to this you can make some damage to the aluminum, but using the pliers you can and the Loctite, you can make it pretty hard here. So that's actually all. So now knife is assembled. So that's all what I wanted to tell you today. So that's how to assemble, disassemble, and service your OTF knife from Daggerr. What is important, that even if you disassemble this knife with the same instruction as I just showed you, okay, so if you are disassembling it like it was shown in this video, your warranty stays. So you can basically disassemble and service our OTF knives. In case if you faced any problem after disassembling, you cannot assemble or things like this, you can always contact our company. We will try to help you online. If we can't help you online, I'm sure we will, but if we can't, you can always send the knife back to us we will make all the service which is necessary for this knife and send you knife back. So that's probably all. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being with us and choosing Daggerr knives, and thank you for subscribing on our YouTube channel. Okay, bye bye guys.